Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. My name's Robert, and this is Pheasant Lane Farm. To be honest, I'm not quite sure how to start this video. So I guess we'll just jump in and see where it goes. A lot of you have been around here, this channel for a long time. Some of the people that were some of the first subscribers to this channel, I feel that I'm pretty good friends with now. We text message outside of, the whole YouTube stuff. We screw around with each other on our personal Facebook pages, joke around, have a good time. Especially you, David. You got to knock off the chicken stuff with my wife, man. She's gonna fill that new barn with nothing but chickens, and I'm not gonna have a livestock barn. But I'm very thankful for the people I've met on this, just like my good friend David. And Gary, you're a fantastic guy. Things have been busy lately. I hope we can get back in touch like we did for a while. I really enjoyed our phone conversations. But it is currently October. As you can see, this little wildflower patch here is on its way out. It's kind of closing a chapter, and that's exactly what happened to me this week. A year ago, I was involved in a serious accident at work. I'm not 100% ready to talk about it, explain all the details now. Give me some time, and I definitely want to fill you guys in. I get a lot of people messaging me or emailing me wanting to know, hey, what exactly happened? We're curious. I will let you know. I just, frankly, I just really don't want to talk about it right now. But things always get better with time, and we'll get to that point someday, I promise. But what I can tell you is we had court this week. There was a 3-day trial set for the individual that did this to me. I had a lot of, for the first time in my life, I had a lot of anxiety. This injury has caused a ton of feelings that never was really used to dealing with, kind of being that guy, and the profession I was in, you don't share your feelings. You get the job done, you move on. That's what you do. But since this injury, it's been a wreck, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, I'll fill you in. I'm sure it seems like everybody always wants an update or a refresher what's going on. October last year, I was involved in an incident at work where I was struck by a drunk driver. Really messed me up. I have 22 screws in my right arm. I have 3 metal plates right now. I've had another operation to go in and basically cut out your funny bone, your ulnar nerve, and move it to the other side of my arm. I've been in physical therapy for almost a year, and it's pretty sad that some of the closest friends I feel right now are my 2 physical therapists, because I see them more than I basically see anyone else besides my wife and kiddo. So they are fantastic. I see those guys 3 days a week, a male and a female, and they are absolutely fantastic. But those are the people that are kind of closest to me right now, and that's kind of sad to say. But almost a year I've been going there, and they just signed me up for another 18 or 20 appointments. So no end in sight, and that's okay with me. They're great people, and honestly, I wouldn't be anywhere near what I am now without those guys. So the trial, some of this was on video from different things that kind of caught what happened, and I put off watching the videos. No one wants to see the moment where they feel they were going to die. So with trial coming up, I knew I had to testify. I was going to cross-examined. I was on the stand for 2 hours, actually an hour lunch, and then back on for an hour. I understand that defense attorneys are just doing their job. I didn't do anything wrong, and the court sided with me. The individual that did this to me was found guilty on all 4 charges. Was potentially facing 19.5 years in prison. And, it's not just prison time that go into a sentencing. You have consecutive, you have concurrent. Consecutive years are, say you have 4 charges, 2 years each, you serve 2, 2, 2, and 2, or I said that wrong, but they go end to end. The other way that they can go concurrent is basically if they run side by side. So you could do 2 years when you had 2 charges each for 2 years, but you're running those at the same time. So I was happy with the justice system. Now, I've had a lot of emotions over the last year, and I got those off my chest yesterday during sentencing. Now, sentencing wasn't scheduled till later this month, but because this individual was found guilty on all 4 charges, they couldn't just let this person out on bond. So they said, hey, sentencing will be in 10 minutes, and that's what they did. So I don't think any amount of time that someone could sit in prison is going to change the outcome of what happened to me. At first, there was a lot of anger I felt, and I wanted that person to sit in prison as long as legally possible. This person is going to be in prison for about the next 7.5 years of their life. They got to pay some fines. They lost their license for 10 years. So I'm okay with that. I did kind of a lot of thinking yesterday when I got home, and hopefully this isn't the first time this person was out driving drunk. And I have no doubt in my mind this person did not have any intent to go out and nearly kill someone that day, but that's what happens when you drink and drive. So if you guys are someone who does that, or you have a few beers at the party and think you're okay to drive, it could be this person. They pretty much lost everything they had because of this. I'm thankful that they didn't kill me, and I know this person is thankful that they didn't kill me also, because there's a good possibility they could have spent a very long time in prison. So 7.5 years is a really long time when you think about it. Basically the next decade of this person's life. But hopefully when they get out, they can turn their life around. I have faith in them. I'll actually pray for this person, which is something I thought I would never say. But just this giant weight lifted off my shoulder. This person did tell me yesterday that they were sorry. I haven't heard from this person in a year. And that's the way it goes. So that chapter is over. I was very happy to see guilty on all 4 charges. And I really do hope that this person gets their life around, and when they get out of prison, they're a better person than what they were when they went in. I congratulate that person on their sobriety since this incident. But I guess nearly killing someone would be a hell of a wake-up call to quit drinking. So, since all this happened, first time in my life I've had to meet with a psychologist on a regular basis. Obviously doctor's appointments. And at one point, our neighbors are ministers, and they're never really push religion down your throat. My wife and I attend church. Could I be a little bit more involved? Yes. Should I probably be a lot more involved? Yes. And I don't care what your religion is. We all pray who we want to. We all have our own beliefs, and I think that's great. That's what this country was built on, religious freedoms. So I'm not even sure that the neighbors kind of share the same religious beliefs as me, but I was having a hard time there for a while. Not like depression or anything like that, but you go through a point where you're just angry. And I didn't know that was affecting my marriage. I didn't know that I was, being short with my wife because I had so much anger inside me. So they came down. They're fantastic neighbors. They own a winery. I think that's why my wife's friends with them. No, they're great people. They came down. They had a talk with me. We talked some things over, and they basically said, you need to forgive this person that did this to you if you're willing, and it'll feel like a weight has been lifted off you. And that was 2 months after this happened. That was the first night after I kind of let all that anger go. That was the first night in 2.5 months that I was able to sleep through the whole night. Now, that doesn't happen very often. In almost 350 days, I've had 19 nights where I haven't woken up due to the extreme pain in my arm. If you move wrong, I wake up and, I'm just in so much pain. Or, there's a lot of psychological things. I have horrible nightmares about this incident replaying in my head. So, back to the forgiveness. I forgave that person a long time ago for what they did to me. On the other hand, I will not forgive that person for the pain that they've caused my wife and kiddo. It's just not going to happen. No wife should get a phone call at work saying, your husband's arm is destroyed, there's bones sticking out the back, we can't stop the bleeding, and we also believe he has a broken shoulder, broken right hip and pelvis, broken leg, and broken foot. Let alone, didn't know if I had a broken back at the time, or brain bleeding, or a broken neck. I just can't forgive somebody for that. I can forgive them for what they did to me, and maybe that's not right. Some of you are a little more in tune with the forgiveness side of things. I would love to get an email or a message from you. But I told this person in court yesterday, I forgive you. I had to a long time ago because it was eating me up alive. I could not forgive you for what you did to my wife and my child and my family. Just not going to happen. So hopefully they have the next decade to think about that. Well, I know they do. But I really do hope that this person gets their life switched back around. So that's that. Sentencing was yesterday, verdict was yesterday, and I came home last night. My brother actually drove me to court. There's another guy that lives next to us, a young kid who we work with, who lives close, and that kid came to the whole trial on his days off. So that meant a lot to me right there. Damn, this is hard. A lot of coworkers were there. Like I said, my brother was there. I didn't want any of my other immediate family there, but my bosses were there, and I'm very grateful for the turnout of people that showed up to support me. So, I came home yesterday. My brother dropped me off, and I sat down on the couch, and I just passed out. I just think the mental exhaustion from this week. Obviously a defense attorney's job is to make you look like it's your fault that this happened to you, and it wasn't. I tried to explain to that the whole time. Camera angles don't lie, but sometimes camera angles don't show the whole point of things, and I know what happened, and the court knew what happened also. So that's that. And while we're on the subject of chapters closing in a life, I have about another 2 weeks before I am terminated from my former position. Now, terminated sounds like a bad word. I was a union employee, and it's right in our contract that if someone's injured on the job, they have exactly 12 months to get back in full capacity. Months and months ago, the surgeons and doctors told me that I would never be considered full capacity for my previous job. There's still bone missing in my arm. That was so bad, they were hoping parts of it would grow back. But there's some parts of my arm where, there is the shape of a bone, but nothing on the inside. And I was considered a liability. And that was something that was a little tough on me too. I've done that job for 8 years. I worked hard to get into where I was and made very good money for what that profession is in the state of Ohio, towards the top, highest paid in the state. So that's that. I think I got 2 more paychecks coming from them, and then we go separate ways. And it's not as bad as it sounds. I know when it's you get 2 more paychecks and you go on your own way. They've been extremely supportive of me. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. This wasn't my decision to leave. but doctors know what's best and what I'm capable of. And obviously, it's hard to be back at full capacity when you're still in physical therapy 3 times a week, trying to get better. So that's that. I have no idea what I'm going to look for work after this. And to be honest, I don't even know what the doctor's going to say I can and can't do. I meet with him the end of the month also. So that is that. I believe the technical term is I will be medically retired. But it won't be like I'm sure it won't be a full pay, which is fine. I'll just have to find another line of work. So anybody in Northwest Ohio who may be hiring, let me know. I've spent a lot of time in sales and may get back into that. I don't know. We'll just see what plays out, guys. But that is how things are going around here. And I know what some of you are thinking, because I had the same thoughts. Well, if you're getting 2 more paychecks, why did you go build a big barn right now? You're an idiot. To a point, yes. My wife and I have been very good with saving money. She's very frugal. She's worked in banks and now she's administrative. So my wife, we invest quite a bit of money and we will be okay. The barn situation, we had the money, so we pulled the trigger. We were fortunate enough to have saved and planned things out and paid cash for this barn. I'm so lucky I found a builder who's basically, I don't even know what he's charging me right now, and that's fine. Just the expertise and the knowledge the gentleman has shared with me while he's building my barn, I'm so thankful for him. I needed that right now in my life. I needed that distraction, and I needed that learning. I went to a lot of schools and trainings in my previous job, current job, however you want to say. And it's kind of stagnant for a year. You know, I wasn't going to trainings. I wasn't going to schools. I wasn't doing conferences, stuff like that. So my brain needed a workout, and this barn was the perfect timing on that. But it's some money out of the savings, but I think we'll be okay. And once I find out what my medical retirement benefits are going to be, I can look for a job, hopefully start our small business back up. So that's that. But I'm very thankful for you guys that have been around this whole time, supported me. I'm so thankful for the new subscribers. I'm very transparent. I'm very open. I love meeting subscribers to this channel. A few videos ago, or a couple months ago, whatever it was, this last year has really been a big blur for me. We were actually at a rodeo, walking back to the horse trailer, watching some friends compete, and a guy stopped me and says, "Hey man, I'm a big fan. I bought a Kubota tractor because of you. I love your reviews and keep doing you." And I get a ton of messages, guys, saying, "Hey, you're down to earth, you're not fake. What you see is what you get, guys." If you want to know me more, I'll be so glad when I can get off these medications. Geez, this has been long enough. But hit us up on our Gmail, pheasantlanefarm@gmail.com, Pheasant Lane Farm on the Facebook. Obviously, you know about our YouTube. I'm not real big in that whole Instagram thing. I did have an Instagram account once. My brother and I used to be pretty big into waterfowl hunting, and a bunch of our friends started like their own little Instagram groups, and would go out and they'd shoot some ducks, and they'd rearrange them to make it look like they shot a bunch of ducks and that they were hardcore killers, and put everything on Facebook. So my brother and I and another friend of ours, we started our own Facebook or Instagram account, basically just to make fun of those guys. But it's all in good fun, and that's the way it goes. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for your support. This video went on way longer than I anticipated, and I'm sorry about that. People tell me that I'm long-winded like it's a bad thing sometimes, and I'm sure it is. I wish I could make a bunch of 8-minute videos, but I haven't figured that out yet. All right, guys, we got some nasty storms coming, as you can see behind us. Flowers are dying off, and this was the hoodie I was wearing this morning. This was a gift from a certain, it's not even a business, an association, I guess, that I do not belong into, so I didn't want to advertise their stuff, but I really appreciate the free hoodie. So that's going to wrap this up, guys. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm an open book. I'm not working right now. And so I got a lot of time to answer emails. Real quick, I know I'm going to get some questions on the barn stuff from you, David. There was a mess up with the barn metal. We've had so much rain here in the last couple days. They started this barn on September 20th. It is now October 6th, 7th, 8th. I don't even know what the date is today. My watch died. And I think they've worked 7 days out of that time frame that it hasn't been pouring down rain. So all the framing is done, the roof is done, all the roof trim is done, the wall separating where the horses and cattle are going to go, because it's basically 2 barns in one. All the trim is up, the door jambs are framed out, the walk-through door is installed. Literally Monday the steel is coming and they're going to slap it up, and it should be done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest if we get some rain. So then that means I got a bunch of stone to haul. I figure I need about another 150 ton. So, oh well, keep the Diamond Sea dump trailer busy, you know. All right, guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I love you guys. There's been a lot of people asking. I just had to get this stuff off my chest. So I will talk to you guys later. Be safe, have fun, and don't drink and drive. Make smart decisions. And just remember, no matter how bad things are going for you, it could be a whole lot worse. All right, everybody, take care. God bless.